Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 5 Minute Crypto, the channel where we cover the most important crypto news in just 5 minutes. Back again with another crypto update. Now, straight at the bat, CZ, the CEO of Binance, has posted on Twitter that on the 25th of August, they said on June 25th, 2021, the FCA imposed requirements on Binance Markets Limited. The firm complied with all aspects of the requirement, and now basically they've come to some sort of conclusion. There's a little bit of a two-sided story. One is the initial complaint from England about one specific Binance company, the company that they have over in the UK. It's called Binance Markets Limited. Now, it was explained by Binance that that part does not actually operate the Binance exchange. It's just based in England and does some parts which we cannot really know too much about. But right now, it's been said that they have finally complied with all the rules bestowed upon them. And there was actually an article on CoinGape before. They basically posted an article about the whole Binance situation, but I believe they deleted it, or at least the way that I tried to access this article has been changed now, because I can't open it anymore. And even though I did cover it in a Dusty BC video, right now it's gone, which to me is rather interesting. I do wonder kind of like why or what happened. Maybe it's because it was taken out of context. It could literally be so that Binance has proceeded through the first couple of steps, but they're not really just quite there yet, because we do not know exactly what this means. Complying by some rules does not mean you're completely in the light now or completely good. It just means that you're not as much in the shitter, I guess. Then Whale Alert posted that 12.5 thousand Bitcoins were transferred, or about $500 million. And the long story short about this one is you can't really figure out what happened here. You can't really figure out whether or not it is good or bad. The transfer occurred between Binance and Binance. And as I've explained before, guys, if it is from the same exchange to the same exchange, you can't figure out if it's one guy sending it to somebody else, if it's a sale, if it is a movement from within Binance themselves, or really anything at all. So you're completely in the dark, and that's why I always recommend to just look at this with a grain of salt and accept it as if somebody were trolling us. Theoretically speaking, if somebody had $1 billion, he or she could just be moving it all day round, and the whale alerts would just go crazy because of the huge movement of Bitcoin. It would go crazy. But theoretically speaking, it could all be the same address or same address cluster, basically, without any real big consequences at all. Now, on the same note, Bitcoin will addresses transfer 6,000 Bitcoin from Binance. The crypto wallet moved 290 million worth of BTC from Binance to Xapo. Sometimes a transfer like this is a little bit more significant because, well, if 500,000 gets transferred, but within an exchange, 500 million gets transferred, but it's on one exchange, you can't really figure it out. Sometimes if it goes from a, for example, leverage exchange to a spot exchange, that's bullish, or the other way around, that could be bullish. I guess usually if it's from a futures exchange to a spot exchange is actually bearish though, because on a futures exchange, very often you can't sell your crypto. On a spot exchange, you can. However, going from Binance to Xapo, it would depend on what exactly Xapo is, but we can type it in. What is Xapo crypto? Right, we could check it out here just like this. Well, Xapo is a Hong Kong-based company that provides a Bitcoin wallet combined with a cold storage vault and a Bitcoin-based debit card. Now, from that perspective, it could be nice because theoretically speaking, if this is a hosting party, more of a custodian or kind of like a bank, well, that could really mean that these guys have transferred their money from where they buy it to where they store it. So I would see this specific transfer as a bullish or nice thing, and that's basically the difference. You have exchange outflows, exchange inflows, and neutrals. Exchange outflows go from a crypto exchange like Binance to either a hardware wallet or a custodian. Exchange inflows come from anything that's not an exchange to a crypto exchange, and the neutral is from anything that relates to a crypto exchange to anything that relates to a crypto exchange, or from anything that relates to a custodian to anything else that kind of looks like a custodian, or from basically just the same type of type. It could also be from an unknown address to an unknown address. It doesn't really matter. As we don't go to a different layer, it is considered, in my opinion, as a neutral transfer. Alright guys, but that was it for today's video. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video later today.